Yeah, got a new show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
All right, Kimberly Cheeto, director of the Secret Service.
Man, they are.
She's getting grilled.
Grilled?
She's getting
I
interrogated.
would call her the griller.
She's getting interrogated.
Yeah, they let her have it.
But Marjorie just ripped her open.
What? She ripped her open.
Ripped her open. And did y'all know that the director of the Secret Service is appointed by the President of the United States? Joe Biden picked her.
Well, that makes sense. Now I see how all this happened.
It makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to Marjorie Taylor Greene lynching of political lynching. Political lynching of this
DEI hire.
Yeah.
Air now recognizes Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Cheeto, I'd like to remind you that you're under oath. The site team has a senior supervisor, an advanced team, a protective intelligence team, a counter sniper element, and detail. Who was the agent in charge? How long has she been the agent in charge? And what is her Secret Service background?
So I'm not going to provide a name.
Why not? You're here to answer our questions.
This forum, I'm not going to provide names of.
You stated in your testimony, you said, I am here today to answer your questions.
That is correct.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to provide names of our personnel.
Why not?
Today.
The American people are demanding these answers from you today, Ms. Cheeto.
I will do the best to provide you accurate information based on the facts that I have at this time.
You're not answering our questions.
Pause the
The
video.
advanced element coordinates.
All right, so if a white police officer kills a black person, right? An unarmed black person, his name is released.
Right.
So the president, there's an assassination attempt against the president, and the Secret Service officer that was in charge of that area, what caused this to go wrong?
Can't share a name.
You can't give her a name.
And she's alluding to the fact that it might be a female, right?
Sound like Marjorie knows exactly who it is.
Yeah, and it's a female.
Yeah. All right, keep it going.
Other intel or law enforcement partners identifies threats and weaknesses at the sites and movements. We'd like a copy of the advance report. Have you brought it here with you today?
We will comply with the request for the documentation that has been requested.
When will that be, Ms. Cheeto? Because you should have brought it today.
I am certain that our personnel are working on obtaining all of that document.
I don't believe you, and neither do the people watching this hearing. You're not doing well, as Mr. Moskowitz informed you. You've been sitting here for over 3 hours, and I have you know the entire country is demanding you resign and demanding that you be fired if you do not resign. Things are not going well for you. You need to answer the questions. Was there a protective intelligence team, and what technical resources were utilized for that event, specifically drone or helicopter assets?
There were a number of technical assets that were deployed for that event, and there was a protective intelligence team that was assigned to that event.
Why was Crooks able to fly a drone over the entire area the day of the rally and the day of his assassination attempt?
To my knowledge, he did not fly the drone over the entire area.
How did he fly a drone over the area, period? Any part of the area?
Again, I would have to go back and check the timeline of when that took place and when the event.
Why didn't you bring the timeline with you today to answer our questions?
I don't have all of the answers on the timelines based on the criminal investigation.
Were you not prepared today to answer our questions?
I am prepared to answer the questions based on the information and wanted to be able to provide.
Do you have a timeline that do you have a timeline at all from any of the day?
I have a timeline that does not have specifics.
What?
That's shocking. That is absolutely unacceptable. That means you are a failure at your job. Let's talk about things that are prohibited in Trump rallies. And I've been to a lot of Trump rallies. Backpacks and bags, bicycles, firearms, any type of weapon or any other item determined to be a potential safety hazard, like a a rangefinder would be one. At 5:10, Crooks is first observed by one of the snipers, ATR Sniper 1, at the building. 5:10, President Trump was shot in the face at 6:11 p.m. 5:28, ATR Sniper 1 takes a picture of a bicycle and 2 bags. Those belong to Crooks. 5:32, ATR Sniper 1 spots Crooks looking at his phone and using a rangefinder.
Wow.
5:55, Butler ESU Command confirms receipt of photos and states they have been relayed on. 6:05 p.m., AGR Sniper 1 later communicates that Crooks is seen moving northeast in direction of Sheets and that Crooks has a backpack. 2 minutes before the shooting, while President Trump has been allowed to take the stage, people see Crooks laying on his stomach in a sniper position on the roof, and they're yelling he has a gun, and they are trying to alert law enforcement and Secret Service. Why was Crooks not shot by the snipers? Why was he allowed to be there?
As soon as the individual was identified as a threat, they were...
No. What do you consider to be a threat? A man with a gun laying in a sniper position, a man that had a backpack, a man that had a bicycle, a man that had a rangefinder. At what point is he determined a threat?
An individual with a backpack is not a threat. An individual with a rangefinder is not a threat.
What about a man laying on a building that has direct line of sight of President Trump with a gun that people are screaming and pointing out? Is that a threat, Ms. Cheadle?
Once that individual was identified, they were neutralized.
No, they were neutralized.
Wow.
Crooks was neutralized after he shot President Trump in the face, Ms. Cheadle. Is he only a threat once he fires the weapon?
As soon as the counter sniper identified that individual, they were able to neutralize them.
How were people in the crowd? Okay, then let's just take it this way. People under your command did not consider him to be a threat, yet people in the crowd knew he had a gun and considered him to be a threat. That means that you are a complete failure as the director of the Secret Service, that people under your command don't perceive a man laying on a roof with direct line to the president with a gun. They don't perceive that to be a threat, yet the people in the crowd do. How is that possible?
That's the last question, but please answer the question, Ms. Director.
I'm not certain at this time how the information from the people in the crowd was relayed to any law enforcement personnel.
No, you knew, that everyone knew. The people there knew that there was a danger. They knew there was a threat to President Trump, and it was allowed to happen. Was there a stand-down order, Ms. Cheadle? No. Was there a conspiracy to kill President Trump?
Absolutely not.
Then how did this happen? And why are you still sitting here not turning in your letter of resignation?
Last question, but please answer, and then I'll recognize Mr. Presley. Please answer that question. Director.
That is what we are investigating to determine.
We're waiting for your letter. We are waiting for your letter of resignation, and you really need to consider doing that before you leave today.
Thank you. Chair now recognizes Ms. Presley from Massachusetts.
Thank you.
Like if Trump was president right now and Biden was campaigning, and this happened, these circumstances happened when Biden was on stage,
Yeah.
Trump would get impeached.
Oh, yeah.
Because he appointed the CIA, the Secret Service director, and it's all a conspiracy. They would impeach him for that.
Yeah.
Easily.
Right. Well, I can't believe she said she had a timeline without specifics. I mean, I wouldn't call it a timeline. You don't have the specifics. It's just her whole argument is based on semantics and dodging questions and not answering questions. I thought you was there to answer the questions. You didn't answer not one question. You just gave vague responses that didn't alienate anyone.
Well, she's there to protect herself. She's not really there to provide answers to help determine exactly what happened and keep it from happening again. She's there just covering herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't really care what happened.
She got her job because she's a woman. And
she got her job because Biden appointed her.
Yeah, because she's a woman. I don't think she has to act to be
Well, she
running anything. I mean, look at the females they had protecting Trump. One of them didn't even know how to reholster a weapon.
Like, I think she worked for Pepsi.
Pepsi,
the director of the Secret Service. She worked security for Pepsi. Do you know that? That's
security
big time.
for Pepsi.
Yeah, for Pepsi.
What, guarding soda cans?
Guess she's guarding the CEO of Pepsi and stuff. I don't know.
She guarding the CEO of Pepsi.
Yeah, like
people trying to hurt the CEO of Pepsi.
Like she
pretty basically worked loss prevention. Went straight from retail loss prevention to the director of the Secret Service.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Whoever appointed that person should be impeached. Because she said, no, I mean, it just goes to show you, man, everything rolls downhill. If your leader of your country is not adept at his job, every position underneath him is going to be inept.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful what I just said. I will put that in that book of my Stoics. Kevin Hart Stoics 2025. Let me see if I can remember what I said. If the leader of the country is...
If the leader
of the country
is incompetent.
Hey, will you stop?
Everybody underneath him would be inept.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I said that. Kevin Hart 2024.
Yeah, that's not a conspiracy. They call this a conspiracy theory that
they wanted
Biden appointed the director of the Secret Service.
Right.
For months, they've been trying to strip him of his Secret Service because of his felony conviction.
Point.
And then this happens. The people in the crowd who are not trained to be Secret Service are just happy there to see Trump.
Right.
And just happen to glance up or notice somebody suspicious. They notice him, but the Secret Service doesn't.
That's kind of odd.
And you say we're conspiracy theorists.
I mean, this person running the Secret Service, I mean, you got a wealth of experience. You used to protect Pepsi, guarded Pepsi cans. How did you allow something like this to happen?
You being condescending, right? You patronizing?
Yep.
Okay.
I was rubbing it in, too. Yeah, I don't know why you resigned. I mean, look at all the...
She's not going to resign.
Hey, look at all the due diligence the police officers go through whenever there's a black man that's unalived. Transparency, right?
They release everybody's
police officers, we know that within a couple of days. Sometimes that same day, they'll do a press conference. Look, how many days has it been now? It's been over a week, I think, and we don't have any answers.
Yeah.
You actually testified to the fact that you have a timeline with no specifics. You knew you was going to testify today, and you didn't bring anything with you because you were not prepared to answer anything.
No, you
don't want to answer anything.
No, she's there to cover herself because she knows she screwed up.
She big time screwed up.
She's looking at treason.
I don't think she screwed up. I think they wanted this to happen. It's no way in hell. You cannot be that inept and nobody's that incompetent.
Even if you're a woman.
Joe Biden.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was good. I got to admit, that was good.
You go up to any woman. Well,
not going to say it.
I was going to say, go up to any woman. Who you want guarding you? A bunch of men or a bunch of women? Republican women be like, I want a bunch of men. Democrats, they be like, nah, I want a bunch of black women guarding me. You ain't gonna make it.
If you want a bunch of black women or women in general protecting you in your Secret Service, you need your head examined. Because there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I want big, tall, broad men.
I want big, corn-fed white boys from Nebraska.
Yeah.
6'5" been baling hay the whole life.
I don't want
big,
no
strong.
I don't want no 5'6" big booty women guarding me. I need all this protected. I don't need none of this protected. I don't need no I don't need no hips, no butt girth down there. I need some broad shoulders, 6'4", corn-fed, off the farm,
American loving,
a patriot to protect me.
Yeah, man, this conspiracy is a conspiracy. Been trying to strip Trump of his Secret Service. There's a big 6-foot praying mantis just laying on the roof somewhere, and y'all.
Hey, Keith, look at all the things Trump's been through. They found him guilty of fraud. There's no victim. He paid the loan back, right?
So
The judge comes out and say, hey, you don't have to agree on the crime. You just have to agree something went wrong, right? Then they said he's guilty of RAPE.
Yeah.
Something that happened 30 years ago in a dressing room.
A fitting room in an apartment store.
Trump went there and took advantage of one in broad daylight in a dressing room. Pushed in the dressing room and took advantage of him. Right? What else they give? They impeached him twice.
For a phone call.
Yeah. They raided his house.
Yeah.
What else did they do to him? Oh, yeah, they said he colluded with Russia.
Yeah. And now he's at a
rally. A dude's 150 yards away with a rifle with a scope on it.
and he gets off 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah. It's amazing that he's still alive. And I'm sure they did something else to him, I just can't remember.
Yeah, there is nothing a Democrat will not do to win an election. I'm convinced of that. Our past election and now this. There is nothing they will not do.
Yeah.
Show's over.
It's time to give up our new giveaway. It's a Dodge Ram power truck, and we about to do something we ain't never did before. It's a camper. Not only you get a brand new truck, you get a camper with it too. And $10,000 in cash. Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
We've given away over $2 million in trucks and cash and prizes. We give them back to the people who support us. Instead of giving money to Facebook to advertise this stuff, they censor us anyway. So I say, you know what? Incentivize our own people to already support us. It's a win-win for everybody. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site gets you automatically into the win. Yeah.
No purchase necessary. Board where prohibited. See official rules for details.
Yeah.